Hey guys, Coaster Directed coming at you with the Six Flags 2016 announcements. Let's get started. First up, we have Over Georgia, which has a large kid section expansion. They have two new ones, Bugs Bunny Boomtown and DC Superhero Friends, or Super Friends. It looks pretty good. It has a nice little kid drop tower type thing. Has some little helicopter rides. It has obviously one of the best things. Flying scooters. I think every park should have that at this point, and should have had that for a while. Anyways, moving on, we got both Great America and Mexico are getting Battle for Metropolis. This is a fantastic looking dark ride from the other two installed at Over Texas and St. Louis. And from what I know, Great America really, this is really going to help flesh out Great America's lineup because they really needed a dark ride. And Mexico, I do not know because I really haven't looked into Six Flags Mexico. Magic Mountain. This is actually really, really cool. It's Revolution is getting repainted, refurbished, and brand new trains. It's going to be pretty good. It has new trains with cab and lap restraints. So if you've ever been on an RMC coaster, or at least the two that are not in Mexico, or not in Mexico, in Texas, do not have calf restraints, but the rest of them do. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like that. It's just going to have a lap bar in those, it's pretty comfortable. It restricts your legs a little bit, but hey, as long as you have your upper torso and no head banging, this should be a pretty good ride. Hopefully I'll be able to get out there. I should be taking a trip to California in the next year around 2016, but whether I go to Magic Mountain or any theme parks for that matter is undecided right now. Next up is The Great Escape. All they got this year was the Larson Looper, which it's okay, but it's a Larson Looper. They could have added more. I know Great Escape is like literally one of their smallest parks, which I guess it's fine for that when it has literally like one park competing against it, two parks. Anyways, moving on. Over Texas, this is really exciting in my opinion. They probably have the best new flat ride package of all of them. They are getting Catwoman's Whip. It's kind of like an inverted Enterprise. I've never seen one like it, but I haven't been to a lot of theme parks in that are anywhere outside the Midwest or Florida, so I can't say. And then they also have Harley Quinn's Spin Sanity, which is kind of like a Shake, Rattle, and Roll or Bad Apples at Kings Island and Kings Dominion, and Riddler's Revenge, which I'm guessing is a Huss giant topspin with a slightly lower amount of seating. 147 feet tall, meaning it will be the tallest giant frisbee in the world. I think I said topspin for the Huss. I mean giant frisbee. It does look like a Huss just with the whole top of the pendulum because I know Delirium pretty well and Max Air, and it looks pretty similar. Just the only thing is like around the end of the pendulum with the disc. So La Ronde gets a pretty decent flat ride package as well. They get first up they get Le Vampire backwards, and according to Toronto Josh, an In the Loop member, and a few other people, Le Vampire is the most intense of them, so this is going to be a pretty intense backwards ride. I don't know if it's going to be the entire season. I highly doubt that. I think it's just going to be a temporary thing, like 1 month, like Batman Backwards was. Like it may be using the same trains. I'm not sure. And then Phoenix and Gravitor. Phoenix once again, flying eagles or flying scooters. These things are needed at nearly every park. They are so much fun. And also we have Gravitator, which is a spinning inverted type ride thing. It's a little family ride thing. Next up we have Six Flags New England. This one's pretty interesting. First off we have Fireball, Larson Looper. Everyone gets a Larson Looper now, who cares? Anyways, and then we have Superman the Ride, which was Bizarro. It's being repainted possibly having the onboard audio taken off, the Bizarro theme taken off, obviously, and then repainted, and so renamed to Superman the Ride instead of Superman the Ride of Steel. Um, I don't know what to say for this, honestly. I guess it's cool. I guess it'll make it better if the onboard audio is taken off, but it may not be at the same time. Anyways, we'll just have to wait and see. 2016 season still 8 months away, I think, ish, around there. Next up, we have Great Adventure. I already covered this in my last video, but it's Total Mayhem, the pretty much clone of Batman the Ride at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. I have come to not despise this ride as much. I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm not nearly as disappointed as I was when I first heard about it, but it'll fill a nice niche that the park does not have. Next up is Fiesta Texas. Along with them and Over Texas, they are both getting fantastic flat ride expansions. Spinsanity, a nice little spinning little flat ride. They also are getting Fireball, once again, another Larson Looper. And then they're also getting Hurricane Forces, a nice Zamperla Disco. Last, but obviously certainly not least, you probably already expected this, Discovery Kingdom is getting the Joker Roller Coaster RMC. This is an RMC of Roar, but it's not keeping the same name. The track looks gorgeous. I love what they did with the whole green and purple. That looks awesome. The layout looks fantastic. Check out the POV. I'm not going to risk getting any strikes against my channel with it. But anyways, check out the POV Theme Park Review probably. Yeah, Theme Park Review has it up, and a bunch of other places. It's on Six Flags website. It looks gorgeous. I do think, however, that they shouldn't have RMC'd this because due to the fact that it's the only wooden coaster they have. However, this looks awesome. All the airtime. Let's get on to the statistics just to show how much airtime it has. 15 total moments of airtime. 3,200 feet long. 3 inversions, including a 0G roll, which is my favorite inversion personally. And 180-degree stall, which is I haven't been on one that goes completely inverted. And 53 miles per hour tops, only 100 feet tall, 78-degree drop. So it has some decent stats on it. It's probably, I think it's the shortest RMC so far. Yeah, I believe so. But anyways, it looks like it's going to be a fantastic ride. I don't believe I'll be able to get to it because there's a big difference between Northern California and the LA San Francisco area that I'll be around when I go there. And so, anyways, moving on. Overall thoughts. Slightly disappointed with Total Mayhem just a little bit now. Excellent flat ride additions. These are awesome. It's especially Over Texas and Fiesta Texas. They look awesome. Six Flags is the new Oprah for freaking Larson Loopers. You get a Larson Looper, you get a Larson Looper. Everyone gets Larson Loopers. It just, they're cheap, I guess. I don't know if they have a contract that they're in the next 3 years, every Six Flags park is supposed to have a Larson Looper or something like that. Anyways, whatever. Joker looks fantastic. It looks excellent. And overall, it slightly outdoes Cedar Fair's announcement slightly. Even if you consider Valravn, it tops it barely because Cedar Fair was giving some good flat ride packages to everyone and some nice little stuff. And then what is confirmed looks pretty good, but overall, I think this barely tops Cedar Fair's. Anyways, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and always, keep coasting.